Hey, what's up YouTube? I'm gonna do a quick update video. I say quick every time, but they end up being long. I'm gonna try and make it quick. It's an update video of my 30-gallon planted tank that I have. As you can see, there's a lot of new plants in here. And actually just today, I got this beautiful, beautiful German blue ram. Turn back around, show them your colors. I don't know, it was on sale for $5, I couldn't pass it up. And I was thinking about getting one in here anyway, so it's a really good looking fish. I was really hoping that they would have a pair in there, but they were all males. So I got that one for now. Hopefully I'll find it a mate at some point. It'd be awesome. But anyway, as you can see, a lot of new plants. I got some Ludwigia stems up here. That thing back there, I have no idea what it is, but it's really pretty. It's got like purple undersides to its leaves. And then I got some Rotella indica right next to it back there. The plant wasn't that great when I got it from the store. Girl gave me kind of a weak plant, but it's I mean, the tops of it looks real nice now that it's been in this tank. I have decent lighting on here. I attached some Java moss up there, some Christmas moss right here just attached today. Let's see, what else? I put my Anubias in here from my old 5-gallon. Oh, what's up, peacock gudgeon? Really, another really pretty fish. For some reason my camera never focuses on them. I don't know why. It's like they're ghosts. You can't see them. But anyway, I got some Stargine repens down here. Didn't look great at all when I got it from the woman that I bought it from. I bought actually all these plants except for the Rotella from one woman. They were all kind of algae covered and not looking that great, but it was a great deal and I got a ton of plants. I mean, the Ludwigia was part of it, and you could see my cleanup crew in here is pretty much taking care of all the algae on them, so hopefully that'll help the growth. I got a couple melon swords in here. There's one there. It's looking really good in my tank. It was not that red when I put it in there. I dose iron in here and potassium, so that plant started getting real red and it looks awesome. There's another one back there. I had this little Java fern attached to this piece of wood. I forget what it's called exactly, the Java fern Windelive or something like that. There's another shot of that ram. He's so pretty. Really good looking fish. Always wants to be not facing the camera correctly. There he goes. Come on, buddy. Anyway, gorgeous fish. And all my fish in this tank are doing really nice. Actually, another cool thing, let me see. Can't really see him. Let's see. See that little dot swimming around back there? That's a baby guppy. It's really out of focus. They're usually swimming up under here, underneath this massive plant that I have up here. Let's see, here we go, see what we got. Yeah, see that little tiny baby back there that keeps going out of focus every time I try and get into it. Yeah, my guppies had babies. There was 4 of them. There's another one back there, swimming out there by the glass. But anyway, more plants. I got some more water wisteria. It's floating up there because I didn't know what to do with it. Because as you can see, I mean, this tank's pretty full. Also up there I have another stem of Blixa japonica floating up there because out of my shrimp tank that I'll show you in a second, it was growing wildly. It was Ram's chasing the babies. That's not good. Okay, I paused the video because as you saw, my German blue ram was chasing those babies, trying to eat them. And I didn't want that to happen, so I took the time to capture all 4 of them and put them over into the other tank that I'll show you in a second. But anyway, as far else as this tank goes, everything's going real well. I had a shrimp that was buried, and it looked like the eggs had eyes in them the other day, and the shrimp no longer has them. It had them for close to a month. I'd say, probably like at least 20 days. And like I said, just the other day I noticed that there was eyes on them. So either they didn't make it, or there's a bunch of tiny little shrimplets buried back underneath the wood, or getting scooped up by that German blue ram. But yeah, like I said, I got some plants floating up there. Looks japonica, because the stems that I took out of the shrimp tank, like I said, I'll show you. It grew wild in there, absolutely wild. It was turning real red and everything. It was beautiful. I put 2 stems in there, took out, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4 stems out of it, and there's still 2 more in there. So like it grew 4 stems. It was in there for maybe a couple months, I'd say. So yeah, that's this tank. And then over here is where I put the babies, and you can even see them a little bit better. And those 2 wild guppies, or feeder guppies, or whatever you want to call them, are what fathered those babies. And then also in here I have Endler's live bears. They're cobra Endlers, right there is one of them. And then there's one of the females, which I believe is pregnant again. Over there, I'm pretty sure that's the same female that gave birth to the fry that's swimming in there now. And this one down here, this cobra Endler, is having some sort of swim bladder issue, I'm guessing. He's just been sitting on the bottom like that. Oh, now he's getting pecked at. I might have to get him into his own tank, try and see if he'll get better or something. But I have 3 of the cobra Endlers, 2 female guppies in here, and then 2 of the male wild feeder guppies. The only reason I have any of those wild feeder guppies is because I got one time a bag of fish from a store, and they just happened to find their way in there. They were real small, and they grew up in my 30-gallon, and then ended up spawning. So I just put those over here today. Before it was just the Endler's live bears. I just set up this tank maybe a week or 2 ago. I don't remember, about a week or 2 ago, I'd say. But I love this tank. I love the way it's turned out. It's a Fluval Spec V. I have just a foam block filter back there with just a huge bag of Biomax underneath it, and then another foam filter underneath that. And then I cut slits in the line for the return line from the pump going up to the return into the tank, so I could put the heater in the chamber in there, and the water movement in there helps keep the heat regulated on the outside of the tank too. It stays a perfect temperature. It's like I think 77 to 78. But anyway, the scape I have in here, I got this really nice piece of wood from Elmer's in Monroe. The only thing is it wasn't sinking wood, so I weighted it down with rocks. I boiled it for a long time before, and it's still, you can see, it'll focus, maybe. Can't really see it, but there is just a huge fungus growing on this wood in here. You can see it really bad there. It's thick. It's really like gross. I'm gonna go grab some mystery snails tomorrow, throw them in here. Hopefully that'll take care of that issue. I threw some pond snails in there. I've heard that they love to munch on that stuff too. And you can see here, there's some hair algae, I'm guessing is what it is. It's really like burgundy color, it's weird. But it was on this giant piece of Anubias when I bought it from, again, that woman. I threw another melon sword in here, the extra stems of Blixa, some stir-grind, and then back there is foxtail. I don't know the other name for it, I just know the nickname foxtail. There's a couple stems. I have a huge mass of that stuff that's going to probably go in my next tank that I'm getting ready to set up. So I threw a couple stems in there for now. But other than that, I fully intended on this being just Endler's live bears, but they were getting kind of boring, just the 3 of them. They weren't really doing much. Now that I've put the other species in there, especially the females. They're a lot more active, as you can see over there. Obviously trying to get the female to, mate with them, obviously. It's a lot more natural behavior. It's a little bit more pleasing to watch, I guess. But anyway, let's check out the other one. Okay, so for you guys, it's not going to look that much different. Just because I've done a major trim to it, and like I said before, took out all the Blixa japonica. It was completely covering that back corner back there, almost even coming out of the top of the water. And then I cut down all the grass. I took some out of that back area back there, just where that wood is, because it was completely carpeted. I took it all back out of that back corner and gave some of it away. It was really bad in here, though. I completely neglected this tank for a long time. Every single pane of glass was completely green. That filter was terrible. It was completely green. There was barely any CO2 making it out of my diffuser because it was completely green. So I cleaned all of it. The CO2 is not on right now because the lights are about to go off. What else? Oh yeah, I have this Java moss up here, and then this other little plant that I don't know what it is. It kind of looks like pearlweed almost. I thought it was HC at first, but I don't think that's what it is. It's getting some kind of broad leaves towards the top of the water. But I don't know. I threw it in here just to kind of grow it out because it's the only tank I have CO2 with. So, I don't know, we'll see what it turns out to. I'm probably going to throw it in my other tank. But the shrimp are doing okay in here. I have 4. I think there's 3 females and 1 male. If it'll focus, you can see the 1 male's back there, and then there's 2 females up here. And the other one really hides out a lot, but there's definitely 4 in there. There's a bunch of ram's horns running around. It's really hard to control their population. They're exploding in this tank for some reason. I even threw an assassin snail in here and he died because he wasn't eating anything, so I don't know what's up with that, but I'm gonna maybe try another assassin snail, see what happens. Right now there's a lot of surface gunk on the top of the water. I'm not really too sure why. I'm gonna try and figure that out the next couple days. I have a new CO2 diffuser coming in. It's a glass one, just a simple glass. I just kind of wanted it to look a little nicer. That's pretty big and intrusive, big black disc. I'm gonna use that in my 30-gallon when I take that out and get the glass one. Because I'm gonna start running CO2 over there. I just ordered a ASA valve for a paintball tank that I'm gonna turn into, use it as a regulator. And I also bought a magnetic solenoid that I'm gonna attach to that, because it's a hell of a lot cheaper than buying a all-in-one thing. My Aquatech one was $90, and I've only paid $20 for both the solenoid and the regulator. So, we'll see how that turns out. And I'll probably make a video when I do get all that set up, so until then, thanks for checking out my video, and I'll update you guys later, and have a good weekend.